My BF won't unload the dishwasher and I think it's the final straw. I cook, clean, and pay for the groceries. His disability pays the mortgage. I don't want to do everything anymore and his argument is I provide the house. We've already had issues in our relationship and I'm tired of being the only one putting in effort. The article "She divorced me because I left dishes by the sink" would likely be worth a read. Just because he thinks his contribution is enough, doesn't mean it is enough. Relationships aren't a checklist of who does what, it should be 60-40 with both people trying to be the 60. He should care that you're unhappy and want to discuss it, make changes, etc. So you're both happy, not have the attitude of "I've decided I do enough, so you've got to suck it up." If you're making all the effort and he doesn't want to change, why stay? Relationships are not 50-50, that's divorce. Relationships are 100/100ths, both parties giving their best to relationship, and to each other. Any imbalance will become a sore point very quickly, and will poison the relationship, like it already has with you and your so. Talk to him and explain how you are feeling, and what you need to fix the situation. If he will not change to help you feel better about, and in the relationship, you have a very important decision to make. Can you live with things this way, or is it time to move on? This idea that being the breadwinner absolves you of any other responsibility in the household is outdated and idiotic. He pays the mortgage, you pay for everything else and provide hours of unpaid domestic work every day. You're not leaving him over his refusal to do this one thing. You're leaving him for leeching off your labor. Good decision. I'm scared to be at home because of my brother. I'm a 13 meters and my brother is a 17 meters. My brother has always been abusive but it's getting bad again and I'm not sure what to do. He would beat me a lot as a kid but his wasn't as bad then because he was smaller and not as strong. He's just over 6 feet and has a 100 pounds on me while in just over 5 feet. What has me worried is what happened yesterday. I had my best friend over and him, my brother and I were all playing on my friend's Switch. My brother started to get angry for no reason. He is bipolar and schizophrenic, so this is common. I asked my friend if we could play by ourselves because I knew my brother would only get worse from that point. He said that we could when we all finished our current game. That's when my brother started screaming at me about how I'm just mad because he's better at the game and how I hate to lose. He wasn't good at the game, nor had I mentioned our scores or implied at any point. He went upstairs to his room while screaming at me. A few seconds later he came back down and sat behind me telling me he was going to sit there because he knew it would make me mad. It doesn't make me mad, I get afraid since I know he will hurt me. I was a bit panicked at this point but tried not to show it. That's when he started mumbling about how easy it would be to break my bones and kill me. I left then with my friend to my room. I'm just really scared because he is right and it would be easy to hurt/kill me. He's very manipulative, so no one believes me about what he's really like. Only the friend I was talking about believes me since he was there. My parents don't do anything about it and I have nowhere to go. I've tried telling the school counselor but she didn't believe me. I have no idea what to do. I'm not safe here, have nowhere to go and I'm very afraid. What should I do? Edit. Some people are asking if he is getting help or saying he should. He is in therapy, on antipsychotics and has been to 2 mental hospitals. And about my parents, my mom tries to help but she can't. She is at as much risk as I, if not more. I'm going to try to collect evidence and talk to my English teacher. She seems nice. I'll update if anything else happens and I read all the comments. Thank everyone for your support, it's helped me. Edit 2. For people wondering where I am for laws and such, I'm in upstate New York. We have about an inch snow and everything is far apart, so biking to friend's house would be difficult and cold. Update, I'm leaving to stay at my cousin's in Ohio. I'm in New York. Tomorrow morning I'll be there for 2 weeks and hopefully my brother will be a bit better by then. I'm so sorry you are going through this. Sending hugs. Do you have a teacher you are close to, that you can talk to or would feel comfortable talking to, or any other adult you feel comfortable to reach out to? Promise not all adults are dismissive. If you need to talk, message me. When you tell your school counselor, what does she say? She is a mandated reporter and legally has to act if she suspects harm. Don't be afraid of using the terminology either. The school can get in serious legal trouble if you have presented safety concerns and they don't act. Would go to a teacher or a principal, or another adult in the family who you feel safe with. Tell them you have already tried to talk to the counselor and she turned you away. Another good resource is your school psychologist. Do you have access to them? This is good advice. Teachers and school staff are required by law to report abuse of students even if it's only suspected. Fact that any of them would brush off your direct pleas for help is not only reprehensible, it's illegal! Exclamation mark. If you can set up a camera somewhere and record him, that way you have definitive proof. Avoid him like the plague for now. If it comes to it, it's not a good solution, but if he hurts you, you can go to the police and file a police report. And if he hurts you, you'll then have definitive proof to show your parents. Document everything. Write down interactions, video/voice record where you can. You might want to check out U/EB45 profile. They are a crisis counselor and probably the only person here qualified to deal with serious issues like this. Seek professional help. This is serious. Get the number for your state or regional child protective services. Talk to a teacher to get it if you need to. The teacher should be the one to make the call. If she doesn't, you make the call. Tell them just what is happening to you. This is serious. Let them know your friend was a witness to this. Let them know the adults in your life are letting this happen even though you told them. Child protective services will talk to the people involved. All of them. Your parents will probably be unhappy about this, but you are in a tough situation and you're not getting the help you need. You need to act. Best of luck. My friends all think I'm 29F, weird, and they were mean about it recently. I try so hard to be normal. What's wrong with me? Hi everyone, my friends, roughly all same age as me, think I'm weird. I'm surprised whenever they say it. I try to be nice. I generally make at least one friend in each place I work, and without fail every friend will bring it up casually, as though I should know I'm weird. I dress tastefully and not strangely. But if one friend group thinks I look good, the other will think I look ridiculous. Recently, I wore a Balmain-style blazer and my friends said I can't even talk to you with that thing on. You look like an anime character. Some other friends said that it looked great. I lived in Japan for 4 years, and none of the other expats that I was friends with thought I was weird. I don't watch much anime, and if I do, I don't talk about it. I don't talk about Japan much either. I am neither introverted nor extroverted. I like to chat, and I like alone time. I like video games. I have monthly board game nights. I go out for drinks. I go out for coffee. Recently I got into running, but I have always tried to be more sporty. I struggle with my weight, but I'm not overweight. Like I said, I make at least one friend in my workplaces, and those friendships endure after one of us leaves. What is so strange about me? Why are they friends with me if they think I'm so weird? I just want to be normal. Frown, actually I want to be cool, but I'll settle for not weird. I think I'm cool sometimes, but then someone will bring me down to earth with a throwaway comment about how weird I am. Is there any way to know what makes me weird? Edit, it wasn't just the jacket comment. They also laughed at my shoes, black with small heels, an allergy I had developed, the amount of food I ate, and my taste in music at karaoke, The Killers, Linkin Park, and some pop songs. Some other stuff too, but I can't remember everything. Edit 2, I don't know why so many replies to this post have been downvoted. Everybody has written very kind and helpful comments. Thanks to you all. I think weird is just a roundabout way of saying, what you are doing isn't what I'm expecting, so I want to express my uncomfortable feeling without it being rude because you are not doing anything wrong. You can try asking them about it casually, but I doubt they can articulate the feeling overall, since most people don't really reflect on their choices deeply. Better to ask about their interests, hobbies and lifestyles because it will give you a better context about where they are coming from. It may very well be that what they consider normal is pretty uncool to you. What you are doing isn't what I'm expecting, so I want to express my uncomfortable feeling without it being rude because you are not doing anything wrong. This /carrot 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 /carrot. You sound very likable and empathetic, and you haven't described anything that would make you weird. People are always going to say offhand stuff whether they mean to be mean or not, but if it bothers you or you're getting a snarky vibe, ask them what they actually mean, and tell them how it makes you feel. For example, I'm surprised to hear you say that makes me feel kind of embarrassed and like you don't like my style. Is that what you meant? They will 100% backtrack. Sometimes people don't realize the impact of the stuff they say, but at least if you tell them it makes you uncomfortable, they have the option to respond by changing their behavior. Also, normal doesn't exist. Everyone has secrets, juicy ones. Thanks. That is kind. They didn't only say the jacket thing. They also laughed when I told them I developed a contact lens allergy from overuse, and said only you would be allergic to contacts. I'm not allergic to anything else. Basically the whole night was a roast. But they aren't the only ones. I think they're just being more explicit than my other friends. Do they mean quirky and interesting, or are they trying to be unkind because you're different to them in some small way? I occasionally call people I love weird in a nice and funny way, like they would like being weird, because it's generally a cool thing to be individual and unusual. Is this sometimes happening? Basically, you're going to have self-confidence and absolutely own yourself. I don't know. I was talking to a coworker about a discussion I'd had with my boss, and the coworker said, "Well, you are strange." Stuff like that. Whenever I ask anyone to clarify what they mean, they can't give me an answer I understand. You just are, and some hand flapping usually. You're allowed to think what you want about how I dress, but it hurts my feelings when you make comments like that. If you don't like my dress in the future, please simply keep it to yourself. I like how I dress, and that's what matters. I'm 42 years old and have been weird all my life. Can't seem to hold on to friends either, and I've never been quite sure why I'm weird or what it is about me that's weird. It took me up until a few years ago to accept my weirdness and own it. I started a fresh university master's degree teacher's education at the age of 34, and I realized that I would never be able to identify with my much younger co-students. And then I realized that I was okay with being different. Since then, I have owned my oddities. I'm a teacher at a high school, and I will proudly wear my geeky t-shirts that looks like it's from the Powerline 95 tour, from the Goofy movie, or my Doctor Who or Star Wars t-shirts. I dress like me. And now, at the age of 42, I no longer give half a crap about what other people say about it. And I'm happier about being myself. Edit. Thank you, kind stranger, for my very first award. I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. Seriously though, there's a recession and a pandemic. Save your money.